Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be another installment of NostalgiaCraft, and this is going to be from the IEM IV of Chengdu. This is going to be from the group stages, Group C of that particular tournament, and we have an undead versus orc matchup. So yeah, hopefully it will be a treat. I've been going through the replays trying to find which two cast, and this one caught my eye. So hopefully for the best that this will be satisfactory. Focus returning once again. Of course, we already casted him multiple times now. Honestly, in NostalgiaCraft, he has been playing for a while. I mean, he has. It's always interesting. I think I just try to think back with the old orc players, and I get there's two or three that come in mind. Aside from Grubby, there's Focus, there's Fly, and then there was Cash. I think I kind of like Cash the most because his name sounded pretty cool. But yeah, I always got confused with Focus and Fly because both of them started with F, and so I didn't really know which one was who, but yeah, anyway, I don't think it matters too much. He is going to be going for the standard start here, Blade Master first. Little weird placement on his altar, not sure if that is, anything substantial, but probably not. His opponent is going to be Ted, the yellow undead in the top right. He is going for Death Knight once again, always, of course, nothing really out of the ordinary there. Really back in the placement of his altar. It's not going to matter too much since these ghouls are clearing up the trees, and it seems like it was a extremely early graveyard.
The player's forces are under attack.
Interesting. Not sure if it was the TID opening, but I think it might have been. Actually, I don't think it was. Oh, wow. Huh. It's been a while since I've casted Undead. Was it? No, it wasn't. I casted Undead a couple videos ago. Either way, Death Knight is out, and he should be running around. Dust and Skeleton Stick picked up. Crypt Fiend as well is on the way wherever the Death Knight's going. Blade Master taking out the Overseer camp here will be able to pick up the +2 Ring of Protection. Is gonna probably sell that immediately. Nope, he is gonna pick the Salve. Salve and maybe Speed Scroll. He's gonna keep the ring just in case, I guess. Just to mitigate the damage of those Crypt Fiends. Death Knight not so much, since most of the damage is gonna be coming in from the Death Coil. And yeah, Ted did dust a little before, so he should be... Alright, I was gonna say he should be feeling a little safe, but now that Focus has shown himself, getting that quick level 2 after killing the skeleton there, I thought he was gonna wait a little bit more patiently and try and jack the Overseer kill, but now that he's shown himself, the dust is most likely going to be used by Ted. Nope, he's going to pick it up with a Death Coil there, and the Death Knight is now in a little bit of trouble. Ted needs to be a little careful here. No boots on him. That has been given over, or that has been picked up by the Blade Master, so the shop on the other side is where he can pick it up, but this one is not. The one over here is not where he should be going. He's gonna try and seek refuge in his own base, and it seems like he will be able to. Nerean Tower is actually done, so Blade Master, yeah, trying to keep his distance from that particular slowing tower. Tier 2 is halfway there for Ted, and Focus is about 60% there for himself as well.
Forces are under attack.
So Mass Crypt Fiends for Ted. He has finally got his third ghoul, so no sort of shenanigans here, no Necropolis to act as a Ziggurat or some sorts like that. And yeah, we'll see how Ted transitions into the mid game, as the Death Knight did hit level 2 after clearing up this Green Creek camp. Focus still running around with his Blade Master. It seems like he did sell that ring indeed. He picked up circlet? I think he picked up the circlet when he picked up those boots, so
A
yeah, I
player's
think he just
forces
sold
are
the
under
ring.
attack.
Either way, Ted is actually going to go for the Warlord camp, so ooh, we might be able to get a good item here, I think. There's going to be a Rogue Magi +6, so yeah, it's actually a really good item for Ted in general. Not only the Death Knight who can benefit from the extra mana and mana regen, but potentially the Lich could also benefit from it with that +6 bonus attack. We will have to wait and see. Most of the time Death Knights keep it for that extra mana bonuses, but we'll see. And of course the Lich might be on a supportive role because he has to frost armor and stuff, which might
A player's forces
make it
are
seem
under
like
attack.
he's less a DPS hero than he is. Level 3 should be gained for the Death Knight, and that should be level 2 Death Coil. It seems like Unholy Arrow is still level 1 there, so that should be the case. Blade Master, I got a small creep there, getting him level 3, so he's actually catching up with his opponent in levels, which is pretty good considering that he's been on the harass event most of the time. Meanwhile, Ted, who has been spending a lot of time just farming it out there, he needs to probably be more proactive.
A player's forces are
Either
under
way, the
attack.
Lich is now out, and he is going to be casting Frost Armor on his vulnerable units. Blade Master, just trying to keep tabs on Ted's army there, but he is not sure where he is. Porterhouse has been spotted, and the obsidian statue is on the way. Temple of the Damned actually gets placed down by Ted, which is pretty interesting, but of course we'll see why Temple of the Damned is kind of problematic to go for. It's just, yeah, it's just what is it? I'm not gonna say it's very hard to defend because it's just a normal building, but yeah, it kind of forces your opponent to go after it because it could be a potential threat. It is halfway to destruction, but I think Ted might be able to repair this or defend it in time. Only a single raider, and the raider is indeed running away. Death Coil is going to heal up the ghoul, and yeah, Focus is now going to be forced to leave that alone. Addict training is on the way. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't really know if that's a legitimate reason why Temple of the Damned is not seen so much. I think it's just the units are not as overwhelming as the Slaughterhouse units, maybe. Destroyers, pretty strong in their own rights. A-bombs, really can't argue with the cost efficiency of that particular unit. Versus Banshees, they require like two different
forces are under attack.
training levels, so yeah, it's kind of a weird debate, honestly. But addict training nearly done. So far, no, with the second, I was gonna say if we were gonna have a second Temple of Damned or not, but that one did get cancelled. TP score is gonna be forced by Ted, and he might lose his temple for it. He is not going to finish the addict training, and that might be kind of devastating, maybe. I'm not sure if it matters too much since Ted is still on the path towards mass destroyers, maybe. Black Citadel's nearly done, but then again, yeah, a bit of a bummer. I guess we won't be able to see those Banshees anytime soon. Tier 3 on the way for Focus as he is maintaining his standard Raiders, Spirit Walkers, and most likely double Kodo comp here. Shadowhunter is at level 2.5, so everything's looking good for Focus. Ted seems like he is just going to stick at his base and try to keep these Temple of the Damned alive. I mean, better placement this time around, but yeah, his tier 3 is going to be done, most likely unused except for that Destroyer form. I mean, I'm always interested to see what these Banshees are gonna do. Tier 3 also kind of suggests that he wants to go for Master's Training and potentially get that Possession ability. A little risky because it does have a bit of a channeling time, but you know, very, very powerful if it actually manages to hit. And of course, big fatties like these Orc units here, like almost every target is nice to hit. Spear Walkers, maybe not so much, but the Orc units themselves, Grunts,
A
I
player's
mean, they're pretty
forces are
strong.
under
They also have
attack.
the upgrade. Forgot what it was called. Berserker's Strength, I think. Man, I can't remember honestly. It's been so long since I've actually had to do these name guessings here. But yeah, just farming it out once again. Focus is at level 3 on a Shadow Hunter. He did pick up the Greater Healing Potion, so no sort of threat of dying actually. So yeah, things are looking good for Focus. As I have mentioned, Banshees are starting to pop out, and the first one is being focus fired by the Blade Master. Thankfully, Frost Armor and Death Coil will be able to negate the damage and save the Banshee from near death. And here we go, Master's Training is on the way. I believe Curse? Was it Curse? No, it's not. That was unlocked, or was it Anti-Magic Shell?
A player's forces are
I
under
think
attack.
it was a Curse. Maybe? Yeah, I think it was Curse because I remember sometimes when players are versing humans, they just go straight into Banshees for the Anti-Magic Shell, and I don't remember them going out of training, but either way, we did see an interesting pickup from Ted. He is going to pick up the Goblin Tinker. I am curious to see how this particular hero shines as the third pickup. Very weird. We almost never see Tinker aside from, what is it? Out of Night Elf hands, honestly. Yeah, it's really interesting. Of course, I think we do always see it against orcs. Yeah, because Night Elves always pick up the Demon Hunter / Warden and the Panda Tinker, or the Beastmaster Panda / Tinker. So yeah, I think that's how it goes. But yeah, maybe the Tinker just is used the same way as
Town is under siege.
in the hands of a Night Elf. It's really, really weird to see that on an Undead, honestly, because there's almost no racial synergies there. You can't Death Coil it, you can't
A player's forces are under
do
attack.
anything about it. Tiny Great Hole has been dropped by Focus, and he is going for an expansion. So he has ensured his long-term late game status. And he should be able to go into low upkeep very, very comfortably since he can afford that now. Of course, it's always nice to see the Tiny Great Hole being utilized. Fortress deck is available, of course, so that is the reason why we
A
were
player's
able to see
forces
that.
are under attack.
Focus might make this trade here. You can see that Curse doing so much to
Town
that
is
Blade
under
Master.
siege.
Missing 1 or 2 attacks is just so crucial. And here we go. Here it seems like this expansion is going to be taken dealt with. The only problem is this is an expansion. Ted has to worry about his main base, which Focus surely should be, you know, able to destroy more buildings with his raiders. But the Curse is just so annoying. You can see how many misprocs there, and it seems like the expansion is going to be dealt with while the TV scroll is channeled, and it is going to be forcing Focus to retreat there. Yeah, Curse is such a pain to deal with Focus. This is mainly the reason why Banshees, why Tid chose Banshees. I'm not going to say why Banshees are chosen by Undead, because I rarely see Undead players pick Banshees, especially nowadays. I think we never see any divergence from the norm, which is either mass ghouls into all-in, or just, you know, Crypt Fiends destroyers. So yeah, this shows an interesting point as to why we don't see Banshees against Orc matchups as an undead player. High Priest, ooh, almost taken down by the Blade Master there, but he was just a millisecond too slow. He's still running around with his lightning ball. He's gonna run out of Windwalk as well, so oh yeah, you can see their Focus try to get that killing blow once again. Dust and Nova Coil onto the Blade Master, they're forcing him away. Curse as well, so Focus is definitely not going to risk that last hit missing. And yeah, he is going to be forced to run away. So very quick reaction times there from Ted. Instantly Curse and then Nova Coil combo onto him. It's just such a pain to deal with. I don't actually know what the chances are for Curse actually. I think it's 30% or 33%. I'm gonna search it up with my phone actually while I continue to cast this. Oh, big fight. No, we're gonna avoid it for now. Tinker is at level 3. He does have the Kajir's Gem of Health while selling a couple of items. Is going to pick up the double potion of Invuln here, so obviously he can't use them both in succession, but he can always give it over to another hero. Banshee's getting caught out, which is a bit of a mistake from Focus. We do have Troll Head on his head to hopefully try and counteract those Banshees with their piercing attacks. Here we go with a big fight. You can see mass curses on all of those Orc units. Damage is still being dealt, but as you can see, many misprocs over there. Position is actually being casted, and Ted is stealing his units. One Grunt, one Kodo, and one Raider being stolen. More Grunts actually being possessed as well. So the Banshees, after just splurging out their curses, they are just going to possess the straggling units. Troll Berserker upgrade has been completed, but it doesn't matter as it seems like yeah, Focus is not going to live for the remainder of this fight here. Blade Master is still trying his best, but I mean, at the end of the day, you are facing your own units, and just so, like, Ted right now has more Orc units than Focus does, and that is crazy to think about. So yeah, Death Coil onto a Raider. This should, oh, very close to death, but yeah, able to run away with just 5 hit points. So wow, that was a destruction on Focus's part there. Very nicely played from Ted. I mean, there was honestly no way to prevent that from happening. Orcs don't have any real way of dealing with possession. I guess the best way to answer it is Tauren Chieftains with the War Stomp, but the problem is Focus doesn't have the TC added on his roster, so like he can't do it. He can definitely hire it up right now since he is tier 3, but he's just such a vulnerable target for the Nova Coil combo. It's not a risk that he is probably willing to take, and yeah, that was very disastrous. Like I said before, lots of actually no, I was gonna say he still has plenty of Orc units, but yeah, a couple of them being caught out by the remaining stragglers of Focus. Where is that Kodo Beast? Did Kodo Beast actually die? I think it did while I was looking away, so do apologize about that, but either way, supply 54 versus 43. Expansion is going to be taken down once again for Focus, so yeah, it's kind of hard to come back from this, honestly. About 13 supply down, potential of losing your units again because Banshees can still possess. This Banshee can possess, and this Banshee can possess, because I believe possession costs 200 mana. So yeah, he can possess 2 units, and Kodo is definitely going to be taken.
Is under siege.
And I guess Grunt. Heart Factory being placed down once more, and yeah, level 2 goblins just hacking away at it, of course, as well as just being able to provide that extra bit of tankiness. Ted is going to lose his important Banshees, who were able to possess, but it doesn't really matter too much. Curse has been casted, and we are going to have another major fight here. Of course, the Banshees unable to possess that Kodo Beast, so he is going to be able to eat up a Crypt Fiend, and yeah, the fight is going to continue. Hog Factory being placed down once again. Blade Master is going to do his best to try and focus fire all these Cryptians. This one's not actually fast armored, so Blade Master going to do a lot of work against that. But the curse mischance is just too much. Yep. Oh, I guess we had a pause going or something. But either way, last Kodo base. We only have one Grunt and a Raider left for focus. Shadow Hunter hiding behind that that obsidian statue there, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. These two heroes are left, and they are not going to be able to do anything to the rest of Ted's army here. More Kodos being trained up, but yeah, like I said, it's not going to matter. And I did just Google it. Curse does have a 33% chance of making a target miss, so that is a lot for 33%. All of those missed chances there. So there we go. Might be the end of the game. Yeah, because Focus is not able to maintain his armor production, and GG for Focus, and that is going to be this first game. So yeah, it didn't look good for Ted in the beginning, but he stuck to it and was able to take the victory. So what I'm gonna try and do is maybe cast game 2, and we'll see if I will put that up for NostalgiaCraft. Either way, yeah, see you guys then.